out looking like Satan. Wave it, me and bro just shave it. No behaving, how the steps out looking like Satan.
Disgusting.
One of the things that we pretty much had to endure last year was some of the racial inequality and mistrust of not just simply black people, but just overall the whole organ of, citizens of overall in America. We got to see the dark side that, has been hidden to us for a long time. And unfortunately,
hidden, but
one of the, I still don't know how to describe that fucking video. It's a gruesome video.
Oh, the one in
The gruesome video that came out, and we somewhat got to, question some of the things that have been happening behind the scenes, how the government has been handling some of these, because ultimately it's just, ranks as police, judges, and then the government and so on. But it felt like a lot of the sentiment that happened in 2020 was mistrust of the government, and unfortunately in January of 2021 we seem to still face and deal with some of the same bullshit that we endured last year. But specifically as a black person, the reason why I wanted to ask is because that question, that what would you rather do, related to organ donors, kind of got me questioning, because it's something triggering. I've heard a lot of times, hey, you're a black person and make sure that you don't sign yourself up as an organ donor. And I actually do want that. I do like the idea. I like that sentiment, because I feel like, unfortunately, God forbid,
you like the idea of donating your organs to someone, or you like the idea of
if I have an opportunity to basically help out someone that has been seeking for a liver, for example, and God forbid something happens to me, why not be able to give my liver to that
that's
person?
That's the same thing I think,
Yeah, but so I feel like some of these anecdotes that we see here and are something that as a black person we just have to deal with, and we always see it.
And here's another thing that's interesting about specifically with like the mistrust of black people and people of color and immigrants for the U.S. healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
It's justifiable. There's a reason.
Absolutely.
Like, it makes sense. The
does.
two incidents that come to the top of my mind are the issue with Henrietta Lacks.
I knew you were gonna go there. I was actually gonna say that too.
Right.
But yeah.
So Henrietta Lacks' situation is so that's one of them, but that's a very, very, it's like this lady, she's got this case of cervical cancer, right? Mm-hmm. And then, I think she's terminal, she ends up dying. But then I think what was standard procedure was that they would collect some of the samples from the patient, and then they found out that her cells were really interesting. Like, they basically divided forever and they were immortal, Today, right now, I could tell you that there are tons of labs in the United States that are running and doing tons of experiments with these cells.
And you're basically sharing this as well because you were part
of. Yeah,
I've
worked with HeLa cells before, and this happened I forget how far back, but this was 80s, 70s, maybe even further back before. I don't know, but it was a long ass time ago.
Dog, that's not the problem.
That's not
even that long ago.
Huh?
That's not
that long ago.
Hold on, let me look because
if you're telling me it happened in the 60s, that's my dad.
That is not that long ago.
Wait, let's be accurate about when HeLa cells were first.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If we could pull this up, because it was a while ago. The fact that those cells are still around today.
So she wasn't. That was the 50s.
The 50s. Okay.
Henrietta.
So, just to put into perspective, right? If you take a normal cell and you want to study it, right? The maximum that you can get out of those cells are probably say 10, 20 divisions, which is probably about, a couple of months, right? If you've got a cell line that you can work with for as long as you want, you can do a lot of really interesting stuff. So what's interesting about this is that the fact that those cells are still around today makes them really, really basically priceless. Almost every single lab in the world is using them for research. Now, the family of Henrietta Lacks, they were not told that they were going to be taking her cells and using for this research. And so even though those cells today are basically
vital,
priceless, the family, they didn't receive any of the royalties or anything like that. So that's one incident whereby you can see that, yes, the black body is
profiting off the black body.
Exactly. Another one is the incident with the Tuskegee syphilis incident.
Yeah. Sorry.
That one really fucks me up.
Till this day. And this pretty much resurfaced, and it's really applicable for nowadays because we had a pandemic. And
exactly.
People are us, black people and communities of minorities are not trusting the government body because
exactly. And I think
of that.
And I think one of the things the government has to do is they need to acknowledge this history of, because we're not going to be able to get to a better place until we're able to like actively trust our government.
I reckon that bringing that up right now, though, would pretty much backfire.
Well, you have to acknowledge it, and then you also have to actively take steps to address the injustice. That's the only thing that can lead to.
But I think the only way to do that is
trust.
pretty much showing and providing publications of what you're getting vaccinated for. We're already doing that right now, so.
So,
I feel like that's the bare minimum. Like, there has to be, like he said, acknowledgement. Like, we did this.
We
right?
fucked up.
We messed up. We profited off of black bodies. We did this, and that's
get
where.
the mic closer to you. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Acknowledgement is the first.
Sorry.
I saw you there, hold on. You're supposed to grab bam with your film.
Sorry.
What is wrong with you?
I like your 2-finger technique. And sorry.
He keeps moving it though with his thigh. That's it.
Yeah, fake thighs.
Thighs don't lie, man.
There we go.
Thighs don't lie, man.
My G.
Okay.
There's something attractive about men that have thighs and cheeks. But go ahead. Let's talk about vaccines.
Let's go back to the topic. I think acknowledgement is the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
The healthcare system needs like a whole revamp. Especially with like as a black woman, I am very
scary.
It's very scary. I'm very cautious. Like every time I go, like even from personal experience, like I've had doctors like they won't look back because I keep bringing up, oh, this thing is bugging me, right? And I keep seeing doctors. No one's like, oh, it's just a. Let's
deal
just
with the pain.
We'll take a look at it again in a couple weeks, in a month, that kind of stuff. And I like always document stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always telling them, look back at the notes. Oh, I saw this person, at this time, there should be notes in. It's like you have to keep like pushing it with them and, have like your documentation and everything. But as a black woman, it's very scary. Like you don't want to like trust the healthcare system because look at the mortality rate.
Absolutely.
With like black mothers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the scariest.
So I think like black people being cautious, overly cautious, and not even trustful of the government is
understandable.
Justifiable. It's justifiable. But I think in this case, like I think putting all the information that they have out there is like the bare minimum they could do.
I got into a conversation with a friend of mine, right? And this is roughly around when the vaccines were first coming out, and she was hesitant on getting the vaccine.
We have plenty of those friends.
We have plenty of them. But what was interesting about this particular one was like, so she went to my program.
You know who you are, my G. Cheers, salute.
Don't call him out like that.
He knows himself.
Go ahead, man.
Irony.
So we went to the same program, right? So she's very much like
school program.
Yeah, school program.
Okay.
So she's very much versed in like the biomedical science of like how the vaccines worked, right? On how they work. But she was still hesitant.
By the way, provide an overview of what the vaccine is, because it's not really a vaccine.
It is.
Is it not you getting a protein that basically
you're getting the code for a
fight?
protein.
Okay.
So traditionally, vaccines, you take a weakened virus or like a dead virus, you put it into the person. Your body learns how to fight the virus without actually like seeing like a strong, healthy virus. And then they develop like memory against it. So when you actually expose to the real thing, your body's ready to go. One of the dangers with that is that sometimes you might not properly kill the virus, or you might think the virus is weak, but then it's not really. And so when you put it in, it ends up like fucking shit up. Exactly. So one of the reasons why this particular vaccine, like I felt so comfortable taking it, was because it wasn't an actual virus. It was literally like the code to make a specific portion of the virus, the spike protein, that was enough for you to train your body to be able to recognize and fight the virus itself without actually seeing. So there was no way you're going to get like the COVID disease. I mean, if anything were to happen to you, it would be because of something else, but not because of like the COVID disease. So this is my friend, right? So she was really hesitant about everything, and she was talking, and I asked her why. She said, so she looked at like the clinical study and the data and everything, right? And she said that when we looked at all the data and like they were certain that like, oh yeah, it's 95% effective. When we looked at the number of people who were participating in that study, the percentage of people who were Black and people of color were really low. It's very low. And this also ties back.
Saw that too.
It ties back to the whole mistrust that the Black community and people of color have.
No one's gonna want to sign up.
Exactly. And that's why I say the government, in order for you to create trust,
you don't even necessarily know if you're actually going to get the vaccine, the trial vaccine,
or
because it could be a placebo.
It could be. But that's literally how the studies work.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like what happened with the Tuskegee incident, whereby it was a double-blinded study whereby some people were going to get like some treatment and then other people were going to get a placebo. And then what happened was a large number of like Black men who had syphilis who were given the placebo, they knew that the drug that they were testing was working, but instead of the government or the testing personnel to do the ethical thing and now administer this drug that they've seen to work to these people, they said, no, let's hold it and let's see what happens when this disease runs its full course. That is very unethical, and that's an issue that needs to be addressed. And if we actually want to see more Black people being a lot more confident in signing up for studies and donating their bodies for research after they pass away,
and that's where a lot of, I mean, you can't blame the mistrust after that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You simply
that's why I say you can't blame
Ethics are a big deal in the medical field.
Yeah.
A huge deal.
It's funny because a lot of vaccines that we've been taking when we were younger and shit, because I remember getting the big one when I went to Ghana when I was in Italy or whatever. I mean, a lot of times you don't even ask questions. You just kind of take it.
But here's the thing though, when you see the way, so fortunately for me, I wasn't born in a time where like I saw people, who like knew people who were dying from like polio and stuff like that. But during like my grandmother's time, right? Like they
actually got to see
they knew people and they saw people who were being ravished by like polio and all sorts of diseases and smallpox and the rest. So when you are exposed to like, it's kind of like you're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. If you don't take this, you're probably gonna die from polio. But then if you take this thing that you're not really sure about it,
you gotta hope that it's the right one.
But then here's the thing: when you start seeing that it's working for people, when you start seeing that it's working for other people, then you're like, okay, maybe I should try this. So going again with the vaccine, that's part of the reason why like I hopped on that thing so quickly, because I knew that I had a lot of relatives who were very skeptical about it, but I knew that like if I could take it and I'd be fine, they would basically be like, okay, yeah. So
what was Mumsy or Pops' thoughts?
My pops, like, he was like,
are you sure you want to get this vaccine?
I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him I was going to take it.
Literally, my mom today forwarded me one of them WhatsApp messages.
Bro, you know how many of those are out there?
No, it was literally a video of someone, like, she's on antidepressants, right? She's been on antidepressants daily, and she took the vaccine. And she
had some form of effect.
Yes. So she's like shaking, and she made a whole video. My mom sent that to me today because like she knows how I feel.
I've seen that one.
Right?
If you take it, you will turn into a lizard.
Really?
It's like, yes, that could happen, but the possibility of it happening to me
is quite lower.
It's quite low, right? But like I understand the concern and everything, and they put it out there. If you're taking this, if you have this, like. Expect some side effects, right?
That's what I hate about it. I want to be able to sue you.
But
I want to be able to be like, no, bro, you didn't tell me that I was gonna have 4 legs.
You know what's interesting about?
Interesting
about this particular vaccine? I was reading this. So basically, in order for the companies to be able to put out this vaccine in such a short amount of time, whereby they really didn't collect as much data, they had to make a deal with the U.S. government that says,
you're gonna cover our asses.
We're basically gonna cover our asses, and we're free from all legal whatever. Like that was the only incentive that was gonna be able to get them to do it. But think about this though. Do you think that would you want to like experience this pandemic and like this lockdown for like say another 10 years?
Never.
Exactly.
What?
So that's why the U.S. government had to take that risk, and that's why this company had to take that risk.
Not being able to go to the club and skank
for another 10 years.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
I have dreams about people.
I will honestly take Seattle nightlife.
I'm gonna have to cut that shit still. Now go ahead. I was about to say something flagrant. Flagrant. Whoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, the Seattle nightlife is not something that has been like.
I didn't really like.
It has been fine.
I feel like you never really experienced it, especially when it was at its peak.
That was like 2018, 2019, and then I did.
Because we would always text Mega like, Mega, we going out, and he's just.
I'm studying.
We were in church.
Please.
We were in church.
Please, you catch Justice out. 2018, was it 2018?
Yeah, because I rember when I was here, Justice was such a homebody.
I'm not understanding.
He was such a homebody. Like I'd be like, yo, let's go to this house party. Let's do this. Let's go that. I would be like, nah, I'm gonna do this one. And then I leave, and then every now and then I see Justice at Red Lounge. I see him at Rhino Room. I'm like, what's going on?
You need to stay calm. I'm not understanding what's going on here.
Nah, man, I'm gonna go lie. Nightlife in Connecticut was not it. It was not it.
Seattle or Connecticut?
I take Seattle any day.
Damn it.
Yeah, Connecticut was not it.
Hey, don't undersell Seattle, okay? Don't
Don't
try it. Don't try it.
I mean,
don't try it.
we're not working with a lot, so.
Okay, I'm trying to go to DC though.
Hey, God.
Chocolate City. Ooh.
Wait, what is
Baltimore?
Chocolate City?
Huh?
What is Chocolate City?
Have you been to DC?
Yeah.
Look at how excited he is.
I like each season. I have been to DC.
Yo, like all shades of chocolates, black, caramel, all of them, they are there. Every single tea you can want in
Well,
the
again,
diaspora.
I would like to reiterate that this is the view shared by.
No, it's not the only view that's shared by me
Mega-
because you
Mega
know what
slash
you
Andy
know
and
about
Andy.
Chocolate City. There's a reason why they call it Chocolate City.
Dude, did you watch the Lakers yesterday though?
I didn't watch the Lakers. I don't watch basketball.
God, they were playing wonderfully.
Who they play?
Michael Jordan.
Who?
Disgusting.
I hope we can get a vaccine and get back to normal life. I miss raw dog in the oxygen. I miss going out to the club. And it's funny because I never really went to the club like that. It's just that
But now you want
once in a month. No, because even when everything opens up, I'm probably gonna go to the club back to back weeks, and I'm like, yeah.
I'm probably
you know
not.
what I miss? I miss the pregame.
I miss the bars. That's the one thing.
Pre-games.
That's
Pre-games
that's the one thing I would say.
Club, be so
Pre-games still fun
active.
still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really like going to the clubs.
What is your go drink? Like pre-gaming?
Pre-gaming?
Yeah.
Drive the boat.
Oh my.
Drive the
God.
boat? What you drive?
I only
Oh
like
my
dark liquor is it for me, you know.
Okay.
On the light,
And then I give you a glass of Jameson and then you're shouting, yeah.
Jameson is it's just a little like out there for me. It's too much.
I don't drink
So
more.
once you get to the club, like, is there a specific drink that you're looking for?
Rum and Coke all the time. Like
Really?
I like Long Island. That's
God,
a little bit.
a
If I'm
rum
trying
and
to,
Coke.
if I'm trying to like get lit, if I haven't pre-gamed,
Get lit on the budget? Long Island.
Long
Wait.
Island will get you there.
There's this one place I went to in DC and they made this Long Island. It was like a Irish Long Island.
Mhm.
And it was everything with the Long Island, right? All I think there's like
What's
6
the
liquors in
difference?
there, but then they added some Jameson to it.
Wait,
You just
Whew.
love Jameson.
I
be on the
was
floor.
You
I
just
was
love
feeling the
Jameson.
force. Oof, that was nice.
So if a guy, whenever guys offer you drinks at the club, do you tell them what drink? Do you tell them what drink you want, or do they just offer you a drink?
They ask, "What do you want?"
Oh, so that's when you're like, oh, I want a rum and Coke.
I wanted vodka. What did I say? Vodka and crime.
Margarita, usually mojito. Whoa.
No,
Have you had a gin and tonic?
no, I haven't.
What?
Have you had a gin and tonic?
Yes.
Do you like that shit?
Yes.
Oh god, I can't.
Or do you like Negronis?
No, I don't.
I don't like it.
I hate gin and tonic.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
hate
old-
What's
Negronis.
it with
I'm
men
an
and
old
whiskey
person.
sours?
I'm an old person. It's something wrong with me.
If I want to get like a cocktail with a dark, I'm getting an old fashioned.
Always.
You're a grown man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, those are some of the things that I miss, man, because I'm fucking tired.
I miss going
Being
to
at the bar
bars.
trying to get the bartender's attention, like you know.
Yo. Do you tip?
Yes,
Yo.
I do. Actually, when I'm drunk,
Do you even buy yourself a drink?
I don't.
This life.
I
there's
buy
no
my
balance.
first drink, you know, and then subsequent
Disgusting.
drinks are not on my card.
Disgusting
You
No
know,
behavior.
balance whatsoever.
pretty girl
Disgusting
privileges. Like
You make me sick.
I cannot look like
You
this
make
and be
me
buying
sick.
my drinks.
This is what's that. Look. A lot of these minds are out here thinking, oh, I'm toasting this guy. Not realizing that they're just Ubers. They're just Ubers for the night.
When you thought she was your girl, but it
Fucking
was
hell.
just
You
your
thought you were
turn.
gonna get some. You thought you were gonna get, smooth. Hello. Hey.
Excuse me.
No.
You heard that-
drink,
Uber
a drink
driver.
does
You heard that song
not-
from Skepta where he was like bullet from a gun? You know the line where he was like, you thought she was girl, it was just your turn?
I lie.
Yikes.
Tell me, Anna. Tell me.
Tell you what.
Anna?
So why do you guys feel the need to do that? Why can't you just be like, no, I don't want to drink? If you're not interested in the
Because
guy,
they want to drink.
go ahead. No, go ahead. No, I need you to vouch and basically
I will
represent
say.
your
I
ladies.
will say. I only accept drinks from people I'm interested in.
Are you sure?
I really do because I
But-
feel like, especially out here in Seattle, because I've been to other places where men will buy you drinks and literally walk away. Like it is
What?
not tied to anything. I feel like in Seattle,
The game is
it is very
weak.
transactional.
They buy you a drink
They-
and they leave.
Because
The
it's
game
literally
is weak.
it's literally $10. It's literally
Meaty.
$10, $15. It is
Yo.
not.
No, drinks
no.
at the clubs are never $10.
No,
they're
they're
at
not.
least 12 to like
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a range.
What's a better
In
vibe?
this corona, you think I can pay $18?
What's a better
Have you ever went to the club solo? Like solo?
like by yourself, no guys, no,
No
nothing.
guys, no.
Never.
No, I think women cannot afford to do that.
That's sad.
Even
That's sad. What are the challenges with that?
Well, I can't take my pepper spray into the club.
Oh, fucking hell.
So
nah,
I
niggas-
can't really
niggas be
protect
doing some
myself.
shit, bro. You can't be trusting these niggas out here.
Men are weird. But yeah, so women really can afford to go out by by themselves. Really,
That's sad.
when one person goes to the bathroom, we're always checking. We
Yeah.
typically go in pairs, right? Or if someone decides to go alone.
Oh, is that
like-
what you guys do together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were pillow fighting.
It's security
I'm
purposes.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Security
Trying to
purposes.
look out for each other.
No, but that's
Um,
sad, man. Cause
But yeah, it's just certain things like that, like just little things that women can't really do because, you know, people can't respect boundaries. Like,
yeah, a lot of
why
times
do you
get
have
see
to
some
rub
fuckery.
up on me just to trying to pass by me? Like, it's just
Excuse me,
just hi
pavat.
and just
Pavat.
Hi.
yeah.
Pavat. No, I feel like some people need to be checked. We should check these people because fuck that. That's messed up. Yeah, I think that the ethics at the club or something. I do miss it. Don't get me wrong, but we need to polish some of the bullshit that we endured. Are we gonna go back to like the club with masks on?
Mask off. Fucking mask
I mean, if
off.
everyone's vaccinated,
But still,
No.
I don't
Yo,
think we're
I
ever
think
not
that's gonna be
have
the next thing they're gonna
masks.
like. Whenever we're going to like the clubs or whatever, like
You
with
gotta
your ID,
show
you gotta
that
show
shit.
your vaccine card.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, they're already doing it on
Oh, it died?
Ticketmaster.
oh, what?
They're already doing it on Ticketmaster. No, just change the battery. Dead. It's dead. Like I noticed that for some concert, for example, on Ticketmaster, they require you. I heard that they do this in England at least. They require you to basically
England.
present
In
that.
Wuhan, they already have concerts.
Oh man,
Like,
England, where they are,
I'm tired.
where they are popping new strains of virus every day.
I know, but they're gonna go on another shutdown. But I'm tired,
Then
man.
those-
I can't
those
do
people need
this
to
COVID
shut
thing
down
no
for
more.
the rest of us.
I can't do
Are they
this
shut
COVID
down
no-
right now?
They
Who,
are.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're like on it. Well, London specifically, I think they're on like tier 4, which I don't know what a tier 4 is.
Eh,
But I'm tired. I can't be on IG seeing.
cheeks.
I'm just tired of seeing bullshit because it's like you go from being able to see some of these silly challenges that we've been doing
I
since
fucking hate those
last
challenges,
year,
bro.
and then you get to see people in ATL out there partying and shit like that. But yeah, the challenges, I'm done. I thought we stopped this in 2021.
Yeah,
people.
this new one that's going on.
People,
It
we
was-
were doing so good. We were almost towards the end of the year.
Why do you have a problem with the challenges?
Because it's silly. It's silly. I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's
you know
annoying.
what I have an issue with?
What?
Let me list you some of the challenges that I actually went through and looked at.
Bust
You,
it.
remember the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Tinder, the one where you put.
That was not a pandemic thing. That
Wait,
was
wait, wait,
what?
pre-pandemic.
Wait,
no,
what
it
are
was during the
those?
pandemic. It's just been such a long time ago that it feels like.
No,
it
I
was
Yo, Justin,
swear
what,
that was
what,
before
what
the
challenges is that?
pandemic.
What did they
No,
do?
that's the one where you take a picture and it's like, oh, if it was LinkedIn, you
Oh,
look like
yeah,
this.
yeah, okay, I
If it's
remember that one
Facebook,
now.
you look like this.
Yeah.
That was
And then,
really
yeah, that was pandemic too.
wow.
And then the other one that they had was No Rush.
Yeah, I hated that one
Of course,
too.
all the
Eh,
goddamn
shout out to my girls. You know.
Hmm.
I'm sick. I got tired of that song quick.
Yeah.
I don't
So
even.
did
I haven't
I.
even
I'm
heard
not
the full
gonna
song.
lie.
And then they put
All
it
I
on.
heard is No Rush.
And then they
No
put it on
Rush.
UFC 4.
They what?
They put it on
They
UFC.
put it on the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then what else? Okay, no. Let me just list them so that we can think about a common denominator. No Rush, Savage. You know, Savage.
Yeah, the one with-
Bougie.
Bougie.
See them.
I'm a savage.
I
Ratchet,
have no idea
bougie,
how to do
nasty.
this.
Which other one was there?
And then there was challenge someone to do some.
Huh?
And for the Mandem, it was specifically, you got the toilet paper and then you get to juggle the
Yeah.
toilet paper. But then let me move on. And then now we have the fucking Busset Challenge, to name a few.
That's it.
That
Do you
one
know what
that-
the common denominator is?
What
The only challenge that the Mandem had involved fucking toilet
say
paper.
that you want us to
Toilet
create-
paper.
Just say you want challenges for the men. Like
We don't
y'all
want.
just don't have enough fun.
There's
as
nothing
we do.
good for us.
That's not our fault.
But these challenges are coming from us, man. Except for Busset Challenge.
That
So y'all
busted
be
challenge.
starting
Stay
the.
calm.
No, I can't lie. That busted challenge. You get someone I don't see. Sheesh. You're doing well.
But no, I thought we were doing so good. We were doing so good. We started the year well. Donald Trump was out. Biden, we had the
man
first
struggled to
female
leave,
president. Vice president. Well, she's gonna be the first black female president because
According to
unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna make it to the end.
Simpsons, yeah, she might be the first.
So according to Simpsons,
They've nailed literally everything though. Don't get me wrong. They've nailed almost everything. It's crazy actually
see.
because like they predicted Donald
is
Trump was gonna be
so
a president
weird.
like a time ago. It's the Illuminati. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, can we not?
I'm telling you, it's the Illuminati.
Can we not?
But yeah, I'm tired. I don't know why we're not getting good challenges. I don't know why.
What challenge would you like to see?
Anything that doesn't involve a toilet paper. That's
Ghana
the only
North
thing
versus
that we
Ghana
had.
South. Just as Ghana North versus
Go
Ghana
create
South, bro.
one.
Huh?
You go create one.
What? Am I an influencer?
I mean,
You
I
might as
thought
well
you're
be.
trying to be.
stay calm. I don't want to be an influencer. I do like the money and the perks of influencers. So, by the way, I'm looking for black businesses that are in the Seattle, the Pacific Northwest area. So if by chance you do happen to have cigars or scotches or
mugs to drink your scotch out from,
whiskey that are black owned and black made, and food as well, please feel free to contact a chat with O.T.F. Shirts as well, all of it.
Disgusting.
I've noticed that a lot of this, because I actually decided to get off Instagram
we
right
saw.
pre-pandemic. I was like, yeah, I'm out.
then you came back.
I came back.
Your life
I
has
had to
never
come
been the
back
same.
somewhat because of the podcast and, having to put some of the content out there. I'm not too fond of it, but I mean, there's fun moments, there's fun stuff out there. So I'm back. But what I've noticed is that a lot of things have changed, and then, the algorithm is messed up. I've heard a lot of people complain about that, which I don't really care about. But
At Instagram, fix that shit.
but then I also did notice that a lot of one of the things that I've noticed is that it's being driven a lot by likes and popularity contests and
I don't want to say that's always been social media, but it's been social media for a couple
in
of years
essence,
now.
it is social media, and that's one
Everyone's
of the
trying
things.
to be viral. Like even in Clubhouse too, it's filtered into Clubhouse.
You have Clubhouse?
Yeah.
How do you like that app? What
I
is-
liked it for like the first couple of weeks I had, because it was new. It's very different from like a lot of social media apps, right? I know Twitter is toying with like a version of it called Spaces.
Oh wow, okay.
But that's still in beta. Which Clubhouse is apparently still in, but there's a lot of people on the app right now.
So they can't sustain. Oh wow.
I mean, I think they're doing much better, but like before, it was crashing a lot. So I'm like, this is not ready to go public. But the first couple of weeks, I like saw a lot of like insightful conversations.
Wait, do you have to pay to get in?
No, you're like on a wait list, and if your friend on the app sees that you're on the wait list, they can nominate you to get in, or someone can invite you to come in. But yeah,
When I saw it, I knew I thought it was gonna last 2 hours, like house party.
No. So it's kind of like a live. I don't want to say podcast, kind of, but it's like a conference
It's a platform
call
where you can kinda,
without the
discuss
video.
things. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I think it's great. You just have to tailor it to what you want it to be.
Absolutely.
Like that's literally.
I do see some, businesses, for example, that are benefiting by, Clubhouse and it's sharing some of the ideas, or for example, mentors, for example, business mentors. Those are some of the people that are out there voicing their opinion on Clubhouse.
Yeah, I really like Clubhouse. It's a good app.
You have it?
Yes, I do.
Wait, can you have it if you have an Android?
No, you cannot.
Fucking pagan.
Yo, I can't with all the I can't. It feels like there's a new social media app coming out every day, and
But no, I honestly, it also feels like a lot of the times these social media apps are just the idea behind what they're created for is really good, but then it just becomes a popularity contest, and I'm not liking some of it because I've noticed that, for example, I did read that, or I think it was something in the plan, and I think IG was contemplating on removing some of the like features, for example, in some countries at least.
Yeah, I know. So you know how like you can respond to, you can like swipe left and like respond to a specific message that someone sends you.
European countries don't have
You
that
can't
yet.
do that, and
Oh yeah,
I have friends
But
in the
here's
UK that I talk to via Instagram, and you can't like.
yeah,
it wasn't like that for the it wasn't like that initially, because I remember when I got the thing to be able to respond to specific messages. I have a group of friends in the UK, and like I could do it for like the first week or so.
I'm
And
not
then
sure
after
about that specifically, that feature, but I'm talking about features that are targeting like being able to limit some, because I've heard that there's a lot of depression, for example, because people are not getting likes and shit like that, and I'm like, unfortunately, it's something that social media. It's our life at this point,
Which is
it's sad.
It's feeling very Black Mirror.
Sad. Yeah,
it really is.
I know, but yeah. For the explore page, I think they removed it pretty much.
What explore page?
Back in the days, I used to be able to see, this my name right
Yeah,
here.
it's like it, like
17
following this
pictures of
person.
cheeks or whatever, and then
I swear to God, like
was a dangerous
whoever
time.
did
So
that,
glad they
I'm
removed
happy
that.
they did that.
Because I'll be like, oh, you're liking.
no, no, because you used to get
Keep track of
oh,
what
I
your
could see
friends
this
are-
guy. Look at you.
I'm not even
This
gonna
is what I
lie,
like
man.
it.
The shit that I used to like on Insta back in the day,
chaos.
God
But no,
help
but
me.
you had to be you had to be strategic with how you did it.
Yeah.
You like a couple of cheeks, and then you go like nature, the lion,
Like the cars,
the house,
yeah.
and then
And
you
go back to the
cheeks.
cheeks.
That's how it is. You can't just be out there just.
So obviously y'all did that because
No,
Oh,
I'm
we
just
know the
saying.
ways. I did that shit.
Based on
I don't even
a
hide
little
it.
bird told me, but
Which little bird?
Hmm?
Yo, you mean Bruno?
stay calm. But yeah, I think I do really. I actually read that some of those features pretty much got removed because it put peer pressure into.
Did you see the
I
documentary?
mean, it's also a form of it's people's jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're very dependent on likes and things like that.
Did you see the documentary Social Dilemma? Or
What is
I
it about?
watched that and I literally went and deleted all my. Oh,
What is it about? No, I know. I'm about to cut. Don't worry.
I saw that documentary and I freaked out and I deleted all the social media.
So what is
apps.
that? What is that documentary about?
so it's basically talking with like some people who work in like higher up social media platform companies, like tech companies, and then they talk about like how they
Their story, data, cookies, and all that
consciously like use social media to try to like influence you and manipulate you to what's it called, do things that you think you're in control of, but really. So for example, like they talk about like with regards to like the elections and like in some countries like how it's led to like riots and protests and stuff like that. Whereas and it's like you think that people are just like putting more things on information and stuff like that, but then when you start looking at it, like they're really tailoring what people see. So for example, like if you open your Google search right now, right, and you type something, right, what comes up if you're in the West Coast is going to be very different from what comes up in the South, and all of that is like
because they see trends and they see
exactly.
For example, a specific demographic likes this. I don't know, Donald Trump, for example.
Exactly, and they just be pumping you shit to like keep you. So they're in the business for taking your time and keeping you engaged. That's basically what they're doing.
That's mental.
I was watching it with.
We are finished.
I was watching it with someone, and then they were talking about this one particular class that they all had to take, which was like manipulative one thing like that, and we're just like, so people are legit going to school to learn how to deceive and manipulate people.
Yeah,
It's intense.
I think
Data
the major
story.
takeaway for me from that was if people who are like instrumental in making these apps and like actively work on them are that cautious, we should all be afraid. And be very
No, but their
intentional
motives
about
are
how we use
not
social media.
specifically targeting our happiness. It's how can it benefit the company? That's what they're thinking about.
Yes.
So,
But there's zero to little like ethics involved. Like
none at
there's
all.
no
None at all.
There are
That's
no
the
lines
problem.
for them.
None at all. None
That's
at all.
the scary thing.
Yeah. So honestly, I do hope that we can try and, guys, let's cut down these challenges. Okay, I'm tired of seeing bossy challenge. I'm really tired of it. Like if you're gonna do it, and if you're gonna do it right. Like you can't do the
Women,
bossy
do
song.
the busted, do the savage, do
busted
the
like the
don't
one
rush,
that's
do whatever
sensitive.
the hell you want to do. Like
I was about to say that if you're gonna do it right. Like twerk. Don't just waste my time.
Exactly.
I saw one where the girl,
The one that you showed me?
no, not that one.
Yeah.
But she started rapping, so busting it, and everyone was upset. Like, girl, that's not the challenge.
That's disrespectful. It should be a copyright infringement. I should sue you for that.
Why?
The challenge was structured for you to talk, and y'all
Who's
here
gonna
wasting my
talk?
time.
Talking.
I mean, she's trying to, plug herself.
But yeah, I hope we can kind of revert and go back to having a happy social media platform where we can just have fun.
I mean,
not
it is
be
happy right now.
pressed
If you have
with-
Twitter, you should be happy.
Oh, Twitter is
Twitter
probably
is
my
the
favorite.
OG. Like,
Don't worry though. Don't get it twisted though. There's still a lot of manipulation.
You know the
being
best social media
happening.
there is?
Twitter.
To go.
What is that?
It's from. Oh Lord, it was kind of like. I don't want to say Zoom.
It was not like Zoom.
Oh, it's like
It's
what
like
is that
chat
called?
rooms. Like
Random
private-
people from the world.
What?
Is it random people?
Random
from the
people
world?
from the world, like chat.
Omega.
It's like
Omegle,
Oh,
that
yeah, that one. Yeah.
I've seen some wild shit on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope we can use social media to maybe use it to our benefit when it comes out to businesses and honestly connect with people, have a good time, have fun, and don't be peer pressured into some of the bullshit that is out there. If you do want to bust it though, bust it.
And make sure you're wearing a mask because you don't want to raw dog that O2.
Don't know.
Not right now.
No behaving, how the spits out looking like
Disgusting.